There we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Ron. We got Marcus here, and this is DroneNation episode number 14 tonight. How is everybody? We got, we don't have anything, no special guests or nothing going on the show tonight. Just going to be kind of catch up with the news and, and stuff like that. Sorry, I always forget to mute the mute over here. So hold on, folks. Let me take care of business here.
Yeah, you can take care of that, Ron. I mean, it's been this time of year for flying drones is perfect. The weather is starting to moderate now. Like we had a day in the mid 70s today. A little bit of the smoke blew back in, but it's, I think, getting ready to blow out again. And man, perfect time to fly some drones. That's what I say.
And glad you brought that up, Marcus. I already forgot with the technical issues. This is going to be our fall flying special tonight. This will be your guide to fall flying. Before we get into all that, we don't have a guest to jump to here today. Let me hit some of the chat up here. We don't get to do that every week because sometimes I got so many guests coming. There's no room to squeeze anything in. But I want to welcome Drone Shots. He was first tonight. He wins the prize tonight. We got Eric Rose all the way from Bahamas in here with us. We got Ray Kelly all the way from Long Island, New York with this thing. Sam Burrs from sunny Southern California there. Hot Rod in Daytona. You all know Ross from Daytona Beach, Florida. Lauren Donner from is it Calgary?
Calgary, Alberta.
All those great places in Canada. He's with today. The famous Canada's best known photographer. We got Dr. Ted Bowman in here with a house from downtown. What's his town? Dr. Ted.
He's in Meridian, Idaho, or Boise. I don't
know. Meridian, Idaho.
I'm not sure if Dr. Ted lives in Boise or Meridian. He's south of me here. Dr. T, is that Dr. Ted? Is that? Yeah, it's probably Meridian, isn't it? Anyway,
he'll clarify. Oh, we got Marco from the great state of Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I got that right. Yeah,
Rick Halber's in here.
Let's see here. Agent K. I don't know where Agent K is from. He's a secret agent, so he probably can't say where he's from. We got Leonard in here. Leonard O from Northern California, right near Big Sur, California. We got Chris Hope from the great state of Texas. We got Ten Toes in here. I don't know where Ten Toes is from. Do you, Marcus?
I don't, but I do know I've seen him enough. He's got 10 toes.
And we saw him all at Spin Up last year. He was at the Spin Down, of course, too, this year. He gets around. He's a good guy. I got Idaho Quadcopter in here. I think Rick Halber's from California, but I'm not sure. We got Sergio, the AK flies. Sergio's from where? They said that on Drone Therapy.
Yeah,
I forget where they're from. Him and his brother. Ridge Flyer 32, Greens from Minnesota. Thank you, Ridge Flyer. We got the Grumpy Vlogger, who's also, I think, from Oklahoma also. Let's see. I think Ian Fleming, with that name, he should be from England, right? Since he's got the James Bond name.
Yeah.
Mike Wright from Texas. Bob Casey. I don't know where Bob Casey's from. Is it Florida, Bob? I don't know. The governor of PA's name, Bob Casey. And I think I hit everybody up. So welcome, everybody, into the show tonight. Do appreciate you all coming in. And I'm going to try to remember to do it at the end of the show. But don't forget, after this show at 10 Eastern Standard Time, and I don't know all the other time zones, don't forget to go over to Sean Oz's YouTube channel. He's doing a live stream tonight. So pop over there. Oh, I just saw Johnny Drone Flyer from the great state of Louisiana. And Johnny did, unfortunately, inform me that, they've got another hurricane heading his way. So send prayers out for those people again. But
hey, Ron, I see Mike Kinney just dropped in.
Oh, Mike Kinney's in from the great state of North Carolina, North Central Carolina. Mike just posted a great video recently where he had his boat out in the river and he was flying around an old train trestle. He was hoping a train came by, but it never did. So, but before we get into the show here, I want to catch up with Marcus. You talk for a brief bit. What have you been up to lately?
Well, like I said, we've been really lucky here that our weather kind of broke, and so I mean, it's when it cools off, it's just so much more pleasant to be able to fly. So I did go out the other day, and I flew both the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic Air 2. I used the anamorphic lens on the Mavic 2 or Mavic Air 2. And it works. It's an interesting little device, and I was able to even go into the. I used Magic Movie Edit Pro to edit my video, and I was able to even figure out how to de-squeeze it to make it look right and everything. So kind of stoked about that. So look for that. That video will be coming out soon. And then I did a.
And now to clarify, this is for pictures, not video, right?
No, it's for both.
Okay.
Yeah. So hey, let me pull the thing out here, and I can kind of show it to you, Ron, and gang here. So what it does is it's just like an ND filter, and it goes over the top. You put it on your drone, and you can see it's concave there. Hopefully, you can see that.
And now, could you, before I don't want to interrupt you, but we'll never get back to it. I don't mention now. Some people are concerned about the weight on your gimbal, but other people said it doesn't weigh much more than a regular ND filter. Is that the case?
Yeah, no, and the gimbal goes through its calibrations and does its little gimbal dance. No problem with it.
Oh, so you could put it on pre startup.
Yeah, which is what I did. And one of the cool things about the Mavic Air 2 is how easy it is, as you brought that up, Ron, on your video, how easy it is to put those on there. It's just a snap to get them on there.
I can't figure out why it's easier on the Air 2 than it is on the Pro. On the Pro, it's like twice as hard to get those things on and off.
Right.
I guess I'm not the only one to recognize that. Somebody at DJI said, "Hey, make it easier to get those filters on and off."
That could be, but what it does for you is it gives you that cinema wide look. So I don't know, those of us that are old enough to remember, I remember as a kid in the 60s, that was a big deal. The movie they would advertise and they'd put right at the bottom, cinema wide, and in the 1950s, as the story goes, movies were trying to compete with television. So they came up with that big, long aspect ratio so that you kind of give you that feeling like you're there. And they built whole movie theaters with that in mind, with those big, wide screens and so forth. And that's what this does for you. And it works. I mean, I don't know, most of our drones have a pretty wide angle lens on them anyway. So, I mean, I don't know that it's that big a deal. The other thing that I'll say that I noticed, Ron, is it does give you a little, cinescope, Sam Burns says, and that is right. I couldn't remember the name, but you do, it is a little bit of a softer focus, which kind of makes sense, right? Because anytime you have something distorting the regular lens of the camera, it has to affect something, but it still looks cool. And then the other thing, the advantage that it gives you is there's a certain kind of lens flare that this provides that the really artsy guys like to use, and it gives you just if you're looking at the sun, it'll just, or a bright light or something like that, it will give you a long blue streak clear across the lens. And there are photographers and videographers that look for that and try and get it in their video. But anyway, that's probably more information than you wanted.
I get lens flare for free on my Xeno too.
As do I, Ron. You just brought up the Xeno 2. I'm charging a Xeno 2 battery right now. I'm gonna take it out tomorrow and see if the new
update.
Yeah, I know there was an app update. There may be a firmware update. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'll find out.
Right.
And I think they added some intelligent flight modes. a droney, and they call it something else.
Right. And on the wording to the app update, it sounds like it's for the Zeno 2 Plus, but we don't know that for sure.
I've heard through the grapevine that it works on the Zeno, just the plain Zeno 2 as well. So
I'll have to get mine. I'll have to get some batteries charged up. I shouldn't say battery charged up. I'm a one battery man on the Zeno 2.
I've got a couple batteries for that guy, but
yeah. But before we finish up on the anamorphic lens, that's a freewell model, correct?
That is free.
And what does that go retail for?
About $40. I looked on Amazon; they're about $40.
So a little bit more than a regular ND filter, but if you're looking for that, that kind of effect, it seems like it's reasonably priced.
Hey, listen. You know what? It's kind of a gimmick, but it's always fun just to do stuff like that, right? That's kind of how I look at it. Mm-hmm. And I suppose if there's probably some people that they really like that big cinema wide look, and so that's a big deal.
I mean, for us photographers, it's like I have a couple goofy lenses around here that I put on my digital cameras, and they're like completely like manual lenses, and they have these terrific apertures. Like they go down to open up to 1.2, but they're like when they're you have to manually do everything on them, like manual focus and everything, but everything's not in focus, so it kind of looks like this real artsy look to it or whatever, and it's totally just kind of a gimmick or something to fool around with. But we almost all have a couple of these goofy kind of like Foley manual lenses with these extremely wide apertures on them. But
and to your point, Ron, it's something that's just fun just to mess around with once in a while. It's not anything you would use every day, but it's something to mess around with.
Right. Ridge Flyer 32 says for $40 I'll pass. And I get his point. For some of these affordable drones we talk about buying that like $150 or whatever, this lens is like a third of the price of buying like a Bugs 20 or whatever, right?
I see Mikey just stepped in, so I'm going to hold it up so Mikey can see it. So the other thing that I did, Ron, was I took the obviously the Air 2 and the 2 Zoom, and I did kind of an informal zoom comparison. So that's another video. I haven't edited it yet, but I got all the footage from it. I was out there at the Snake River Canyon, and
cool.
Yeah. Hey, I want to add one thing to that. The day that I was out there, it was last Friday, and Dr. B can vouch for this. We had a kind of unseasonably warm. It was in the high 80s that day, and I went out there and there was no wind. I took 2 cameras with me to do my introductions and narration. I took the GoPro Hero 8 and I took the Osmo Action, and Ron, both of those cameras overheated on me while I was making those videos, and they just shut down. They get too hot and they just shut down.
Wow. So the heat dispersion, good. Hey, while I've got Mikey here, I want to do a promo for Mikey. He is now a regular cast member on Ken Dono's 9 p.m. Wednesday night live show. Mikey does the weather on the show now, so make sure you watch the whole show all the way through to catch Mikey's segment each week or whatever. It will probably be the highlight of the show. So again, don't turn that dial, as I used to say back in the old days. And Mikey, are you watching? Can I do a sneak peek for something I'm going to talk about maybe in more in depth tomorrow night, Marcus?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Ron.
Can I tell you what arrived today?
Oh, this is good. I better get in close.
The iPad Mini 5, the tablet that Mikey recommends, can fly all the drones, screen record, fly, go live, do everything at once with a powerful A12 Bionic super chip in it. So now I'm going to be able to do those things Mikey's been talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Nice.
So if anybody wants a good price on a used iPad Mini 4, just ping me.
Cool.
So, okay, well, back to our, regular scheduled programming here with that aside there. Oh, by the way, that the iPad Mini 5 is the official tablet of the Philly and Ron show.
Philly and Ron show.
Link down below. But let me get a few notes out of the way, a few news items, Marcus, and you comment on these news items as you feel need be. Just today, the news was broke by I'll Bill the Drone Review, and I think it was on Drone DJ too, but I'm going to give Bill the Drone Review the credit. Carolina Drones is closing its doors on 10/30/2020, October 30th. So Carolina Drones was a drone reseller located in either North or South Carolina. And a lot of people, had purchased their drones because I think they gave you a little extra service beyond just what you would get from buying at Best Buy. I've never purchased anything from them, but a lot of people know the owner, Frank, and I guess it was such a small company you could actually communicate with the owner. So again, I've heard of them. I've never had any experience dealing with them firsthand, but again, I'm sorry to see a small business owner go out, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the COVID or not, but I just hate to see somebody go out. I mean, if they didn't want to go out, maybe he retired and moved to Hawaii. But if you went out for the wrong reasons, I'm sorry to hear that. Marcus, do you have any information on this at all, or any thoughts?
I wasn't familiar with that company, Ron, but obviously by the reaction of a lot of people, evidently they're well known in the community, and of course, just like you feel bad for this whole COVID thing. The people that have taken the brunt of it are the small businesses and the people that work for those small businesses. The big companies, they're kind of doing all right. They can cope with it, but it's the little guys that are getting hurt. So what?
Yeah, I don't think it's drone sales in general, because I just read an article in the last couple of days that drone sales are really going up, and they think it's going to be a $92 million or $1 billion business in soon or whatever. So it's not the drone industry in general that's not doing well.
Yeah, but it's like everything else. People are buying online, right? They're buying on Amazon or online sites. And I don't know, did Carolina Drones?
Yeah, I think he did do a lot of sales online.
Did he? Well, maybe so. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't, I just wanted to pass that along. I don't have a lot of firsthand knowledge. I mean, maybe Bill the Drone Review will cover it more in depth tomorrow night, and that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bill the Drone Reviewer. Don't miss it. Okay, second story here. This is not more of a story, but an announcement. Mel over 500 AGL. It's his birthday today, so I want everybody to drop Mel a line if you're friends with him on Facebook or any social media, and wish Mel a happy birthday. Mel's been on this show a couple times, and he's friends to a lot of people in the community, and he's definitely into drones, a big part of the community. So I just wanted to pass those wishes along.
Excellent. Happy birthday, Mel.
Okay, back to more news stories. Marcus, I was using my DJI OM4, our favorite, the official gimbal of the DroneNation show.
It is.
Well, I was using it actually yesterday, and an announcement popped up on the screen that had a firmware update. But I was in the middle of doing something and just clicked the X button to get rid of it. But today at home, I installed version 01.00.06.01. And it said it had bug fixes and improved the user experience. And then I used it today on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I didn't notice any difference in the use case. Have you seen or done this update yet, Marcus?
I haven't, Ron, but it sounds like it's something that I need to do. In fact, I was just thinking that I need to get the OM4 out and maybe do some motion lapse work with it. Looking for a day when we get some clouds in the sky and stuff, and maybe doing a motion lapse with that.
The puppies, as Mike would say, the puffies.
The puffies.
Oh, the puffies! I can't do it like he can.
So Ron, the other thing about the OM4 and Rick Smith just dropped a video on it today on the Drone Valley channel. they have that. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what they call it now, but it's a pano where it will take 3 pictures and it allows you to move from one section to the next, so you can appear 3 times in the same picture.
Yeah. I haven't tried that yet, but I've seen it, the feature demonstrated many times. And I don't really, if I know if I want 3 pictures of myself, but it is something neat to fool around with, right?
Well,
Yeah.
well, it may not be of yourself, Ron. It could be of your dog, or your lovely wife, or you know what I mean.
Right.
Or if you're like
Or
me, it would be a
for drone superstar like Mike from Philly Drone Life would stop down at the beach, and I would need to get 3 photos of him.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
But that is interesting. So I will try to come up with something creative. Oh, you received your spin up cup.
You know what, Ron? Right before the start of the show here, and you know what? Thank you to the whole spin up crew. Man, how cool is that?
Your Yeti
really
cup.
Awesome. I'm just tickled to death, and it's a Yeti cup too. I don't know. This thing is solid, and it's going to keep keep coffee hot.
Bulletproof.
You know who's going to be jealous, of course, is Mike DeCurcio, because he drinks a lot of coffee and he needs hot coffee.
Oh yeah, well he drinks a lot of iced coffee also.
Oh, does he? Is it iced coffee? Yeah, his deal.
Well, I'm not saying he only drinks ice, but he drinks a lot of iced coffee.
Yeah.
Are you an iced coffee man, Marcus, or you just drink the hot stuff?
Oh, I like hot coffee, but thank you, Kelly Shores and the whole crew over at Ready Set Drone and Spin Up. I mean, I just think that's awesome.
Okay. I just read Fly Zone. I want to get through some news articles. Fly Zone Drone. I will do what you say. Speaking of, that's a nice segue, Marcus, into Rick Smith. Did you see his video where he flew the Tello with a DJI smart controller?
I haven't watched the video yet, but I heard him talking about it, and that
I linked it in, I think, RC World and DroneNation Facebook groups.
So did you see where he also is speculating that he feels like it will be possible at some point to fly the Mavic Mini with the smart controller, because it does have that Wi-Fi capability in there? Man, would that be amazing or what? That would be.
He said, of course, it's some kind of a secret handshake going on between them, so they would have to purposely do that. Nobody could just hack it in.
Well, of course, but you know, DJI, it's just a matter of probably a software patch. Well, I mean, what do I know? I don't know, but hopefully that would be that would be really cool. Hey, Ron, I want to touch on one more thing, because Ted Bowman was talking about it earlier. He was asking about tracking on the Mavic Mini. So Dr. B, I doubt that we'll ever see tracking on the Mavic Mini as it is now, because I don't think that it has the processing capacity. The processor on that drone, I don't think, is capable. And the reason that I say that is because it will track you a little bit on some of those intelligent flight modes, but as soon as you move, it'll track you to it for a little while and then it loses you. So that tells me that maybe it doesn't quite have the processing power to do that. Now, the thing that I think could very well happen, and the rumors are all out there, so this isn't news to anybody, but it looks like very possibly we're going to see a new version of the Mavic Mini before the end of the year. I believe Drone XL broke that story. Ron, am I correct? And
I think you know,
Hey Kesteloo, right?
And Drone DJ had it on the same day. Yeah. Do you think that'll have a stronger processor that maybe do this tracking that you just spoke about?
Well, all I'm saying is it could, right? How do we know? But it could. And the rumors that they were talking about were that Frank Wang, the CEO and founder of DJI, was not happy with the video on the Mini, which, wow, I just think the Mini video looks awesome. So if they do come up with some kind of 4K video on that thing, I mean, I love the Mavic Mini. It's one of my favorite drones. So,
Marcus, go test that on your DNA model. Just don't tell anybody, okay?
I'll just have to keep
it inside. Hey, I just want to finish up on Rick Smith's tele video. I mean, it was neat the way he hacked it and described and put on there. But once he said you couldn't use the sticks on it, it was all over for me, because the screen on a smart controller is actually slower to touch sensitivity than on my phone. So that would be a downgrade, because the taps, when you have to fly with a touch screen, you need the taps to react instantly. You can't have a delay. Such a drone like a Tele, which is, I mean, I know it has the optical flow sensors, but the wind's blowing. You're flying out to avoid a crash almost the whole time. So I mean, if the sticks don't control the drone on it, to me it's nothing but a fun experiment. I would never really fly there. So you saw Rick could barely control it in the studio with no wind.
Yeah, and I think he probably did it more as a proof of concept than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Agreed. Hey, we're in the drone rumors now. We promised some drone rumors tonight. The heck with that Mavic Mini 2 or whatever. What about that Phantom 5 coming out soon or whatever? I mean, I know Lauren probably already has a Phantom 5, but he can't say anything about it. But what do you think about these Phantom 5 rovers? We've seen the pictures. I mean, everybody's posted pictures. Acetal LED supposedly posted them up. They got them on Drone DJ. I'm sure they're on Drone XL. But and what Bill the Drone Reviewer has done a special episode about it already. What's your take on this whole Phantom 5 hubbubaloo?
Yeah, I couldn't even guess, Ron. I mean, you look at that picture and it was so vague. Anybody could put something like that together in Photoshop really quickly, right? So who the heck knows? It is an interesting concept. I don't know. We live in a world of folding drones now, so I struggle to believe that they would have that any kind of a non-folding drone, but who knows? I mean, you don't know. Here's what I'm going to tell you, Ron, is why would they do that, and what would it have to bring to the table? What couldn't they do with a folding drone that having that full non-folding drone would do for them? So that's why I kind of struggle.
Yeah, I definitely understand where you come from. I'm probably never in the market for a non-folding drone again. And even if they would release a Phantom 5 and it had a bunch of great bells and whistles, you know what my reaction would be? Okay, that's nice. I'll wait for the Mavic 3.
There you go.
But I mean, that's not to down anybody that loves the Phantom. I mean, I had my first real drone was a Phantom 4. I loved the drone. It was a great drone. Yeah. But like you, I'm only in the market for a kind of a more compact drone now. You remember the size of the case for the Phantom 4. It was like going on vacation.
Yeah, exactly, Ron. I totally agree with you. You really, it was a very purposeful thing to carry that thing around. And what you're touching on is why the Mavic Mini, I just love that little drone, because it is just so easy to carry it around, so easy to deploy. You got that little package that has 3 batteries in it and everything you need to be up in the air for 90 minutes. And of course, we know the limitations of the Mini as well, but yeah, I just think that that is a phenomenal thing that it brings to the table. So I just can't imagine that they would go backwards with something like that. But you never know.
The Mini was a great compact drone, but then the Air 2 comes out, and it's not a whole heck of a lot bigger. And I mean, exactly. So many good choices in mobile drones. Oh, by the way, we had who was in here nominated? Bob Casey nominated the Mavic Air 2 for the best drone in 2020. I think he got Dr. Ted's vote there. So Bob Casey's got a nominee.
Yeah. I mean, the Mavic Air 2, it's just such a home run that it's not even funny. You made me think of something when you were talking about it earlier, Ron. When I went out and I did my zoom test, comparing the zooms, I had to hike out to the rim of the canyon So I had to carry both of the drones with me, the Mavic Air 2 and the Mavic 2 Zoom. Flying them side by side, you don't realize how much bigger that Mavic 2 is than the Mavic Air 2. So you're holding them up together, and the weight and the size, you don't, you just don't realize it when you're just looking at that Mavic Air 2. Okay, it's a Mavic. Well, no, it's a lot smaller than the Mavic 2.
It is. But the thing is, the difference is like the Mini's much smaller than the Air 2, but the Air 2 is a much better drone. Where the Air 2's considerably smaller than the Mavic 2 series, but it's not that much, but it's not that much better than the Mini. I mean, it's bigger, but it's only slightly better. I mean, the Mini, it's only slightly better than the Air.
No, particularly in comparison with my Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, your Mavic 2 Pro, obviously, it has that 1-inch sensor that it's its home run feature. The Zoom, both of those drones, what does that Zoom bring to the table that you cannot do with the Mavic Air 2?
Yeah, I'm just saying the gap between the Mini and the Air is bigger than the gap between the Air 2 and the Phantom 2 series.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that as well, Ron.
Totally, and the price difference is smaller. But let's get on to one of our main topics for tonight. Welcome to fall flying season or whatever. It is now officially fall all over the U.S. We're all getting ready to fly our drones in the fall, and we want to get some tips. And I'm bringing an expert in the panel here in a few minutes here on how to fly a drone in the fall, because we did this in the summer preparations too. And Marcus, we want to get your opinions on too, what you could do to get more out of your fall flights. Now, I'll start off with kind of a general thing. My fall flying advice is just get out there and fly, because in a lot of the country, it's been too hot to fly all the time in the summer. But now it's the perfect time to get out there. The weather's still kind of warm. The wind's not, too bad yet. You don't have to get your gloves and your heavy coats out or whatever. So get out there and enjoy this fall season. And hopefully you live in an area where you get some color, the leaves change color and you get some nice foliage and whatever. So I kind of gave you a non-technical fall flying tip. But Marcus, do you have any more technical tips for us?
Well, so I kind of name the preparation that I do for each of the seasons. So the summer, I called it Preparation G, to get ready for the summer. Now that we're getting into the fall season, of course, that's Preparation H. Stole that joke from what was the movie? With my I can't think of it. The British Spy.
James Bond?
No.
The comedian from Saturday Night Live.
I can't get it in my mind. I'm old. I'm really old.
And the bald-headed guy was the bad guy.
Yeah. And they moved on from anyway.
Yeah. Well, our special is yelling at you. We'll have it in a second.
Yeah. Sean Oz, I see, is in the chat here too. He'll remember. Yeah. So you got a good point, Ron. So the summer, hey, it was tough to fly in midday, right? Because you're in 100-degree heat and just driving.
And your devices are overheating.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Those both my Osmo Action and GoPro Hero 8 overheat and just shut down.
Your iPhone don't overheat.
Those two cameras are both known for overheating.
Your iPhone has been known to overheat also.
Oh, and the iPhone, will get considerably dimmer, as you're trying to fly, which is the whole point of the smart controller. So, Ron, when I saw that the other day, it got me to thinking about, what about that drone up there? Could it ever just overheat and shut down? So that'll tell you, of course, it's moving through the air, but it'll also tell you the engineering that goes in there. Yeah, Sean remembered Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, a whole bunch of those movies.
Yeah. And Ted Bowman is, the Hero 9 will overheat, Ted Bowman. Air Photography did a really great video where he took the Hero 8 and the Hero 9 and he set them down side by side, turned them both on, and timed how long it took for them to overheat. So anyway, that's just something to consider. But we're getting off our topic. The summer is a lot tougher because you're in the heat of the day. So you're either going to have to fly early in the morning or late in the evening. And of course, that's when the best light is anyway. My friend Ron, he does everything in those golden hours. But the cool thing about the fall is you got more colors because you've got the trees changing color, and you got cooler weather, and it's reasonable. You can go out during the day and not roast yourself or your equipment out there. Right. Anyway, more information than you wanted, probably.
Well, we've given information on. We're you and I are both kind of urban flyers, but now we're going to bring in an expert on it. Well, actually, we're rural fall. We're going to bring an expert on urban fall flying into the panel right now. So everybody, I want to give a warm welcome to Philly Drone Life.
Oh, I got the
here, Morandini.
Well, dude, I'm up and out of here. Home run, Michael Jack Shitty. Remember him?
Oh, he was the best Philly of all time.
Oh, guys, I got a green screen.
That's what I was going to say.
I got a green screen. I'm sorry. I got the chroma going on. How do I do this?
Back there.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is all about the green screen going to the chroma. Hold on. It's so touchy. Oh,
Marcus, this is a high budget show now.
Hey, the hell with that. I'll fix it later. Anyway,
is this Philly Drone Life or is this the Ken Heron show over here?
Yeah, I know. What's up with the crowd? Oh, it's my chair hitting it. Oh, for the love of God. I got to learn about this stuff, guys.
Get your producer working on it.
I got to get it. Look at that's annoying. Where is it? It's over here, but it's anyway. Yeah, guys, you guys are right on spot.
Welcome to the fall flying season, Mikey.
Yeah, the fall site preparation 8. Oh my God, I loved it. I was sitting here.
You remember those Austin Powers movies?
Mark, I love Austin Powers.
Dr. Evil.
You got Dr. Evil.
Yeah, of course.
And GoldenEye. Oh my God, I loved it. Oh, you guys are always
$1 million.
He has $1 million. And he's all the actors. He's even the little guy. Like they shrunk his face.
Yeah. It keeps the cost of the cast down. You don't have to pay one guy.
Yeah. Oh, but imagine what he got to do that show. But anyway, yeah, guys, let me just tell you, you guys, there's nothing I can add. You always are spot on. Marcus, you're spot on with all the shit you say, and that just simply comes from flying. You get so many guys in the community. They do the reviews, they talk about the drones, but they don't know shit because they're not out there flying the freaking.
They do all the review, talk about it, and then they never fly a drone again.
Exactly. And even though it says it does one thing, there's nothing like actually flying the thing to really find it and really figure it out. Like, for instance, Sean was talking about it. Sean Oz was in the chats, and he was talking about the Mavic 2 Zoom having the wheels on both, and he's right. I mean,
right.
The Zoom, the 2 Zoom. It's a no-brainer. It's just so awesome, the amount of shots that you can go having that second wheel. However, when they did the update and allowed the Mavic Air 2 to work with the smart controller, oh my God! And at that point, it's a no-brainer. It then brought that drone to a whole nother level because now I'm flying the Mavic Air 2 exactly like the Mavic 2 Zoom, and it's better.
Hey, Mike,
bigger sensor.
Let's explain that a little more because Sean,
yes.
I just realized Sean probably didn't know that with the smart controller. Yeah.
Yes, look at this, guys. Look, I can reach out, look, and then I just pull it down. I got another one behind it.
You got double green screen.
Isn't that crazy? Look, I gotta show you this.
Hey, Sean. So what he's talking about is with the smart controller, it does work the same way. You don't have to hold the function button down. The right scroll wheel does that same zoom, so you do still have the control of your gimbal as well as the scroll.
Yes.
Yeah.
with the smart
And
controller.
what that button is, previously that was the exposure control wheel.
Here, I'm going to show him.
That has been remapped to be the zoom wheel.
What the hell is going on here, man? I got all kinds of chroma shit going on here. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. All right. Okay. Anyway, so check this out.
Green screen.
So yeah. Hey,
all this Mike's getting the smart controller out to demo this wheel for us.
Yeah. So here we go, guys. So with the smart controller, now that you can control with the Mavic Air 2 with the smart controller, we have access to both scroll wheels now. So this scroll wheel, just like when the Mavic 2 Zoom, controls the zoom, and the opposite scroll wheel controls the up and down. No more to hold the function and zoom in. It's impossible. You know, Sean, you're right. How do you hold the function button in, get your camera angle perfect, and zoom in? As soon as you zoom in, you got to let go of everything to adjust your camera and then do it all over again to adjust your zoom. And you find now you can master it, guys. To you people that don't have this, don't worry. You can master it and you can get it. It just takes a little bit of practice. However, if you do have a smart controller, no more. You just use the wheel. It literally, guys, I don't even fly to Zoom anymore. I'm being honest with you. I'm going to probably sell the Mavic 2 Zoom because there's no use for it. I have a 2 Pro and I have the Mavic Air 2. I got 2 of them. So, and as long as I fly them with this, it's just like the Zoom. In fact, it's better.
Michael, you may not be the only one this panel's got a Mavic 2 Zoom up on eBay soon.
Yeah, but mine's is more expensive. Trust me, Ron. I'm asking $2,000 for it.
It's possible. Well, $2,000. Hey, if you put a Philly Drone Life sticker on it, you'd probably get $2,000 and sign it. Put your autograph on there.
Put my hair in it. I'm going to spit on it. It's going to have my DNA.
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
Mike, you're going to need it.
Didn't see this. I wanted to show it to Sean and tell him next time you talk to Kelly to say thank you for me.
And I was going to tell Mike,
you're holding the function wheel. Yes, you're right. I can do it with your nose, Sean. You can do it. The nose works. I've done it. Trust me, guy.
At third hand.
The third hand is the nose. You just reach that and move it with the you can't see good, but it works.
Hey, Mike, you're going to need that $2,000 that you're going to make off the Zoom 2 to buy that Phantom 5 they're all talking about.
Well, you know what? This is what excited me, guys. This is why I had to be here. I got to know more. I mean, you guys are whenever there's a rumor, whenever there's news, I don't watch Drone DJ, guys. I come here. This is where I get my news, right here on Monday night. And then me and Ron chase it on Tuesday, because this, guys, if you're out there watching, this is where the stuff comes from. Not from the DJs and the Hendersons and the Gekkelisons and all the other chat. No, right from here, every Monday night, this is where it's at. I forget the name of your show, Ron. What is it?
It changes on it. DroneNation.
It's your DroneNation. This is where
Phantom 5 Nation next week.
What's it going to be called?
Phantom 5 Nation by now.
Phantom 5 Nation. But what excited me is I want to hear more.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Here.
Hey, okay. Thank you for the. I got a PayPal link in the description.
Well, they hand you the money. It's even less fees, right?
Yeah. Well, Ron, what's the matter? We're not selling the Yagis anymore. What's our?
We're pushing the Mavic, the iPad Mini 5s now. I just got it today. It's the official iPad of the Philly and Ron show. Links down below. Some of the money will go to charity. Mike and I won't get it all.
Yeah, and listen, Ron, I got a good buyer for our iPad Mini 4s. There's a guy out there, I think goes by the name of Push Broom. If he's out there, he wants the 4.
And look, my 4 is gold.
I got a gold one too.
I got the gold edition.
Coast to Coast is announced. Figured it out today. But let me tell you something, guys. I'm excited, and this is why I had to be here. I want to hear more about this Mavic Mini 2. Is this real? Come on. Is it real, or is this cool Hestala guy just came out with it, or is it just to get us to look at DJI again?
Listen, there's way more that makes sense to me about a new Mavic Mini than that other drone picture that we saw, Mike. Just simply because if you think about it, for we're coming into the holiday season, right? And if it's a reasonably priced drone, that's the kind of thing people will put under a Christmas tree, and they'll sell a gazillion of them.
But Ron, here's the problem with it. My opinion is, and I'm under a DNA here, so I'm breaking the DNA right now. I'm breaking it, guys.
You can't say anything here in this show here.
You guys, listen. Anybody at Lauren, hold your ears, because I might have gotten this from Big D. I'm just saying, he goes by the name of Big D. It's not Lauren. It's definitely not Lauren.
Not Lauren. Not Lauren. Lauren never says a word.
Never says a word. But guys, DJI's coming out with a couple really exciting gimbals very, very soon. And I mean, like, very soon. And Ron, Marcus, one of the gimbals is priced really good, right around the $500 mark, just like the Mavic Air 2, or right around the Mavic Mini, right around that price range. So me personally, I would put my money on DJI pushing the gimbal shit this year and wait until 21 to release the drones. And then 2021's a wowzers year with the Mavic 3 and the Mavic Mini 2, and bing, bang, boom, they're going to just freaking shoot fireworks. Now, I could be wrong.
That all makes sense.
Right.
And Marcus wanted to say something, but I want to make a point, too. You go first, Marcus.
I get to go first? I just wanted to point out to Mike, possibly some FPV drones from DJI as well. I mean, obviously,
everybody's
those rumors I think, have been fleshed out enough that, there's no question it's going to happen.
I don't think this year, though. I mean, only because I think we would have gotten more.
And I don't even know if this is still rumor. We're obviously getting 2 new Rowan gimbals for professional gimbals for the DSLR cameras. But the heaviest rumor besides the Rowans, and that's not even a rumor, they're coming. The heaviest rumor is, I think it's October 28th. It's someday in the 20s. They think that's the day the Osmo Pocket 2 is going to drop.
Yes.
That's the strongest rumor going on now. And again, include the Rowans, because that's beyond rumor. That's coming.
So Ron, and this is a question for both of you guys. Is that a product that interests you?
Well, I'll tell you what. Normally, Marcus, it wouldn't. It would interest somebody like a Billy Kyle, somebody like maybe a Sean Oz, somebody that's out there doing their shit. Now, it could be Philly, as I'm doing helicopter things now. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the traffic. You don't know about that one. But we rented a helicopter. We're going to be doing the eyewitness traffic right from the helicopter. Anyway, so maybe in the future. But Echo, hello, why is it always bothering? Ron, I figured out
there's no echo allowed in this show, Mike.
No echo. She's not allowed. It's got to be me, and I think I know what it is, Ron. I'll talk to you later about that. I think it's me. I've been bothering. I've been blaming Ron for months now. I think the echo's coming from Philly.
Some in music or whatever, a lot of artists love to have that echo in their music or whatever.
I know the reverb. Anyway, so Marcus, there's something that they're adding to the gimbal that makes it exciting for Philly.
Oh, and are you allowed to tell?
I think I can release it, because it's like you said, it's kind of like it ain't out yet, but I think people know. It's a module that attaches to the gimbal that then shoots any camera that let's say you're using the Osmo, whatever, a Canon or whatever you got on the gimbal.
Okay.
The module plugs into the camera, and then over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, whatever, sends it back to either a computer or an iPad or whatever. Now, if it does that and does what it says, You can live stream from the freaking gimbal. Now we got something. And the bonus of that, guys, is while somebody's working with the gimbal and doing their thing, you can have a producer on the side or somebody else viewing it in an iPad, just watching the gimbal shots in the iPad, or sending it all to the iPad, caching it to there, and then checking the footage, making sure you got what you wanted, just like a freaking drone, just like the drone. So when I saw that little module, I was like, that, and it's like $100 module. I'm sure it'll be sold separately to add to any one of their gimbals. But in this particular kit, on one of them videos, it came with the kit, the SC version or something, and it looks freaking amazing.
Yeah, I think like the other, what's the other big gimbal company? I have a couple of their gimbals. Zion. I think for a couple of their, high-end gimbals for the like you said, the Canon, Nikon cameras, they've kind of had that technology for a couple of years now, where you have like a kind of a wireless transmission system where you can send it to another device. Now obviously DJI's don't, they probably added some secret sauce to it to get it working better, whatever. But I think that technology kind of already exists. I just don't know how well it works.
Hi, Mike. I'm just saying hello to Mike Roche.
Mike Roche is in here?
Yeah, he's there. Mike Armedia.
Guys, you got to check out his video. Hey, Ron, he flew the Adirondacks. You want to see color?
He got some color up there?
I don't know how he got there. He's in a wheelchair. It took him like a week. He started last week. He had a car following him that was plugging him in, recharging the battery. He finally got there yesterday, and he flew the Adirondacks. I think he broke like 6 drones in the process. But he got some footage well worth.
I can't wait to see his footage.
Oh, he's got a video up, guys.
Well, maybe he'll let us show a little bit on the Philly and Ron show tomorrow night.
He is. Oh shit, Mike! I'm sorry, I blew it. Mike,
it's top secret.
Yeah, it was Ron. It's our video of the week tomorrow. I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
It's our video of the week. Okay. Anyway.
Hey, so Mike, on the subject of the Pocket, and we didn't let Ron answer about what he would do yet, but Ron and I have had this discussion a lot, and I think that the issue that I always had with it was that tiny little screen for my fat fingers and my old eyeballs. So then you have to attach your phone to it to see. Well, if I have to do that, let me tell you, this.
Yes, camera? It burst. I love it. Marcus slipped. Yes, hey,
we're demonetized now.
Rewind it. Yeah, this fucking thing. He said
it. There goes our millions.
Yeah. You know what I did for a living most of my life? I was a truck driver. Mike.
You never say anything bad over there.
Potty mouth. I know you do. You got a freaking potty mouth. Now, I'm not going to curse anymore because, Ron, I think they allow you at least one F word. So we got the F word out. Marcus did it too, and then I followed up.
So we're joking over here. We're not near 1,000 subscribers. We're not. Subscribe, please.
Hey, Ron. So, Ron, you need to answer that question though about that.
Marcus makes a good point. I played around with. I don't even know where this stuff is. I played around with that little Osmo Pocket clone this summer. The one by Phoebe, and it's an okay little thing, but it's not as good as camera's nowhere as good as what I have here. And I know the Pocket 2 will have a pretty good camera, but it'll probably be no better than my phone, especially when I get the new iPhone 12 Pro will probably be better. And again, like Marcus makes a good point, that little screen, you can't really like change settings or do anything like you really want to do on the fly. I know some people probably could perfect it, but it's just too much fooling around. I'd rather just get my GoPro out and film.
Yeah. Now, Marcus, what were you saying about the size? You were talking about the smart controller. What were you saying?
No, I'm talking about the Osmo Pocket.
The Osmo Pocket. Right.
I mean, what? It's a cool little device, but that tiny little screen.
Do shit with it.
I've tried to scroll through that and all that, and so then I'd plug my freaking phone into the side. Well, then I got this big thing I'm trying to mess around with. Well, so then what I did, but yeah, there's
the pocket copy, and it has a bigger screen than the pocket does.
But it's still small, Ron. But yes, it does have a bigger screen. It does have a bigger screen. But Marcus, that's exactly why I don't use mine. I know it's anal, but it's the biggest mistake DJI made with the Osmo Pocket is they tried to make it fit in your pocket. Biggest mistake. They should have called it the Osmo, I don't know, sport coat or something. It's just a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? The Osmo almost in your pocket.
So what if it was the size of like the Osmo Mobile 4 or something like that?
It would have been great.
It would have been perfect with that same trigger handle and a little big enough screen. You got good point.
Amazing, because you're exactly right. I'm not a huge guy, but when I hold the Pocket, I feel like I'm holding a pen, and I'm trying to video with a pen, and there's too much movement. You don't feel like it just doesn't feel right.
If this is all you had or whatever, you're waiting around, you could probably get some decent video. But of all my camera devices, my GoPros, my phone or whatever, I'd pick all those over this. This would be last on that list.
You're right. You're right. Now, I agree with Marcus. When I use it, I hook up my phone to it. And you're right. It becomes a bigger device at that point. And then if you're going to do that, why not just use the Osmo OM4 or whatever and throw your freaking phone in it anyway? That's what you're using, right? And then you get the benefits of your phone. Everything's right there. Phones today are amazing. So you're right, Marcus. You bring up a really good point.
And the OM4 is a lot cheaper than the Pocket too. And you already had the phone anyway, so you don't factor that in because you have the cost of the phone. You have it anyway.
It has its place though, guys, and I'll tell you why. I went on a balloon ride for my 10th anniversary or my 12-year sobriety anniversary. I was treated to a hot air balloon ride. Now, when you're in a hot air balloon ride, you're in a closed little spot. I'm a big guy. We had two pilots, me and my wife. So you're crammed together. You don't want to be carrying big Osmos. You don't want anything. I brought the Osmo Pocket with me, and it was perfect.
Perfect for that.
This little thing. It was not in anybody's face. I was able to it's literally like moving your hand. So it does have its place.
So Mike, I can probably tell you something that would probably work just as good in that situation. And that would be the Osmo Action or the GoPro Hero 9. Yeah. The stability that they've built into those things now. And that screen is big enough that you can manipulate it. I can see it and I can manipulate it.
You're absolutely right, Marcus. You know your tech. You are absolutely right. I did have the Action and I brought it with me, but I took out the Pocket and I just loved the gimbal. It was just, I started with it and then I figured what the hell with it. Everything else stayed in the bag and I was good.
Here's the thing. People like us that like gadgets.
Yeah.
Hey, that Osmo Pocket, it's a cool gadget, man.
Awesome gadget. Awesome.
Right.
I loved it. And here's the thing though. See, and it's the extras that get you. And it turns around and looks at you. That shit's cool. Oh, and it has its place, because in the balloon, I was able to, okay, guys, here I am. I'm in a balloon. And then we're back out. So, and there's no turning. It's just, so I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
It has its niche or whatever. I'm not saying they shouldn't make it. It has its niche, but I'd rather spend my $400 on the Hero 9 than I would the Osmo Pocket.
Right.
Oh, that's nice. Guys, see, this is why I love you guys. Look at you. You're actually putting in a link to help Sean's show next.
Well, we have a big Monday night lineup now. Lloyd's on at 8. He promotes this show, and he promoted Sean, and then we come on. We promote. The Sean show. So we got a solid Monday night lineup coming here. 3 winners in a row, and we want to promote some shows for tomorrow night too. We got Bill the Drone Reviewer coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Back to his regularly scheduled time. No debates this week on Tuesdays. Then right after that, the Philly and Ron show come on at 9 p.m. sharp, live from South Philly. Always a good time or whatever. Links down below and all that.
Guys, you guys are amazing. Yeah.
and then Wednesday night, unfortunately, drone therapy with Bill Thompson would be going up against that vice presidential debate. I bet you more people will tune in there. But don't forget to stop over the Ken Dono show, because he is a new star.
Oh, that's right.
With him doing a 5-minute weather segment. Our own Philly Mike here will be.
What are you talking about?
Big time.
Oh, right. Marcus, you didn't hear about it. Oh, Marcus, I'm a mess. I haven't slept since last Wednesday.
You're a star.
I know. I might be. I also could be a big bomb. If I fail, I'm done. They're shutting the tubes down on me. My channel will just get closed if I flop. He's like, dude, you rocked me. Do whatever the hell you want. You got 5 minutes. Go freaking nuts every week. Go crazy. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I didn't sleep. I ran out. I tried to rent a helicopter to do the weather from a live helicopter. They want a little much. So that's going to take a few weeks for me to get to that. I'll graduate. I figure I'll graduate. The first week.
Maybe we can get you an RC helicopter.
Yeah. Or fly your drone from the helicopter.
Oh, yeah. The FAA will love that. Oh, yeah, Marcus. They'll love that.
The drone.
Let's try to add to my letters here. No, the 11 ain't enough. Let's get 6 more.
Nobody will report it.
But guys, I ran out. I bought a freaking green screen. I got all these great ideas. And I haven't slept since Wednesday. Now, with all that being said, what you guys don't know about me is I'm embarrassed of the camera. That's where the comedy comes from. I'm being totally honest with you here. I use the comedy. Now, I'm giving away all my secrets here, but I don't care. I've always been, I wear my feelings on my sleeve. I want you guys to know me on a personal level. But I'm a nervous wreck. That's why I always tell people, come to YouTube, push yourself. Even if you're embarrassed, just freaking do it. You grow as a person. And I found myself so afraid. I throw up. I swear to you, before a show, I run around the house. I get sick. My stomach starts to hurt. I'm always in the bathroom. Right before when I do Ron, I'm like, Ron, I'm in the bathroom. I'll see you in a few minutes. I literally get so nervous that I have to go to the bathroom. And then I don't go. I sit there and go, oh, shit, it's in 3 minutes. All right, screw this. I got no more time. Once the show starts, about 15 minutes into the show, I could breathe. It's like a big monkey lets off. Everything's okay. As soon as Ron comes in and I see that freaking face and I'm like, I know he's going to get it. He's carrying me. I'm good. But I still get nervous. That's even on my live shows, everything. When I tape a video, takes me 10 times. I stutter. That's why I don't do any tape. No pre-tapes, because I can't. I can mess up too much. I'd rather just go live, be a freaking idiot, and just go live. Anyway, that's my story. That's the God's honest truth, guys. So since Wednesday, I mentioned that to say that this was a good thing that he asked me to be on, but at the same time, man, is it a freaking cross?
And I want everybody to go over there Wednesday and show make you some sport love during the show and words of encouragement.
Oh my God. Just don't laugh at me if I bomb. Please don't laugh at me. They're all going to laugh at me. Did you ever see that show?
Everybody tell Ken to chat not to fire Mikey no matter what.
Yes, that's what I'm afraid of. He's going to say, dude, you suck. So big. Never come back. Never. Leave. In fact, they cut me off half into my thing. That's it. He sucks. Later, unsubscribe.
Oh, they hit that button and you're gone. Yeah.
Yes, they shut the channel down. I lose my $40 a month that I make from YouTube, and that's it. I'm done. I lose it all. That's what I'm afraid of.
Washed up. No, don't worry. You're going to be great. You got the green screen or whatever. I can't wait to see it. If I don't see it live, I'll definitely watch the replay and talk.
Here's the thing. I don't know what I'm going to do until, that's the thing about comedy, guys. When you try to do comedy, and especially the kind of comedy I do, I shoot from the hip. That's what works best for me. So that's why I'm nervous, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I kind of have an idea, but I have no idea what's going to come out of these lips. I have no idea.
Mr. DeCurcio,
Yes,
there
sir.
is a question in the chat from Bob Casey. He wants to know if you're going to bring Stu.
Oh. Well, I don't know if Stu's available that night or not.
Yes. Now, Stu, guys, in case you don't know who Stu is, I have a very close friend. He's a 107 pilot of mine. His first name is Stu.
He's been talking lately.
Last name Pit-Ass. He has been talking lately. He's been, it's Pit-Ass. Last name Pit-Ass. You guys can call him Stupid Ass for short. But his name is Stu Pit-Ass. And he does fly for me. And then it allows me to do the commentary. He's the 107 pilot. He's allowed to do some things I can't do under regulations.
Yeah.
So he does it. And I commentary while he does it. It's an awesome parody as well as a good pair. Whatever that means. But we work together. And so Stu, will Stu be there? No, Stu's not coming. He's not going to be there.
Okay.
I can't show him, guys.
He
doesn't like the camera.
He's camera shy.
Not very camera shy. Yeah, Ron.
Yeah.
You might meet him though, Ron. When I come to see you, Ron. And I'll shut up, guys. Ron has been torturing me. Just so that you know, I'm exposing you, Ron. Every time the sun comes out, he takes a snapshot of the beautiful beach with the beautiful landscape, and he goes, "Boy, oh boy, you missed another good day down here at the shore. Boy, oh boy, it's 70 and perfect."
Today I did. I was down on the boardwalk in OC, New Jersey, and I was in this exact spot that Mike flew at last summer when it was schmoggy down there, and he flew by the music pier. But it was a beautiful day too. And guess what? The puffies were there, Mike. The puffies were calling your name. They're saying, "They're here. The puffies are here."
The puppies. Oh,
and Mike, and I better information too. Then I walked to the kind of the other end of the boardwalk. I discovered a fishing pier down there, and I got the Mavic Mini out and did some flying around his fishing pier. You'd have loved it. And guess what? all the amusement rides are closed down on weekdays. Like the water rides closed down, so we could actually fly around those things because there's closed. There's nobody there on the weekdays.
Oh, they're closed. Oh. Talk about footage. I could go between the things and legally too. I'll bring Stu just in case. Just in case, we'll bring Stu. But yet, Ron, the footage, we're going to do it. I promised you.
Yeah, it's during the weekday, there was nobody there. There's people on the boardwalk. Some things are still open. We can get a slice of pizza at Mac and Mango's, but the music rides on weekdays, they're all closed down. So we can go wild around the Ferris wheel, the water park, the amusement rides,
Can you, I can bring my bathing suit? Are they open? We can.
Well, they may be open on weekends still, but not weekdays. So leave your bikini at home,
guys. I want to go too.
I know. How much will it cost? Let's do a GoFundMe to fly Marcus out.
Yeah, but Marcus has to fly a private plane so he doesn't get the COVID.
Mike, I don't need a GoFundMe.
No funding. Not a GoFundMe.
And guess what? We could get Marcus a real slice of boardwalk pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And, we could probably get him some of those good boardwalk fries. Marcus, you know the good French fry?
Oh, unfortunately, yes. I mean, Mike and I have had this conversation. Yeah, inside, you're always a fat guy, right? I mean,
I'll be a fat bastard the rest of my life.
Me too. I mean, it just is.
Bring it into God. There's that thing. There it is. Well, whatever it is. Well, you're in it.
Hey, listen, guys. We kind of ran over. Sean's already started his show, so I don't want to go on and on. I want everybody here that has free time to go over to Sean Oz's channel. It's just Sean Oz on YouTube and check out his show. I'm sure he's got a lot better stuff that we got talking about now. But
we're jamming, guys. I say we go another hour.
We're on a roll.
You're doing great, guys. You guys are fabulous.
But I want to make a special thanks to Mike over at Philly Drone Life joining us today. We've already promoted both of his upcoming shows tomorrow night, 9 p.m. and then Wednesday night, 9 p.m. sometime on the Ken Dono Show. And I want to thank everybody in chat tonight. A couple late people came in. I didn't get to say their name. John of Drones from Chicago stopped in. He's our Autel Evo 2 expert. He was in here. I saw Mike Wright come in late. I saw Greg Pittman come in late. Mike Kinney came in late from the great state of North Carolina. Mikey Blay, Mike Armidi we covered. So anyhow, thanks everybody. We'll be back next week. Don't forget Sean next if you got some free time. And have a great week. Enjoy your fall flying, and we will see you on